Is there anything you guys would do differently in the last 6 months?
Yeah.
Other than what you referenced early on?
No, there would be, in retrospect, obviously...
If you're more comfortable putting it as advice to others that may enter the program, that's fine too.
I think that everybody's going to have their comfort zones, and everybody's going to have times where they're completely out of that comfort zone. And for me, I think that it was learning to still function in those uncomfortable positions as a student, as a peer. All of these different, you're working with so many different people, so many different skill levels. There's so much happening at once. To find your own individuality with that and find your own strengths is often difficult, because you're so kind of swarmed by all these different aspects, and it's really easy to get lost in it and just kind of, what am I doing? What's happening? How do I find focus? And I think that if you can find focus and you can hold on to that focus throughout the entire curriculum, that it's a lot easier on you personally and on your personal life. And for me, I think that was oftentimes a struggle, but was certainly something that I was able to get a really firm handle on by the end of it, and had a really great experience in my last term that kind of like ironed out any wrinkles that may have occurred throughout prior to that. But definitely maintaining focus, because it can be pretty chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
I would actually say pretty much the same thing. That moving here from across the country, moving here, on my own, not really knowing anyone, going through this adjustment period while throwing myself directly into school. There's a lot going on, and to be able to kind of leave all those personal things at the door when you walk in is really important to your focus, because if you're not completely focused on what you're doing here, it becomes very difficult, and it becomes very challenging, because it can be frustrating. If you're not coming in ready to focus, ready to learn everything you can, and to push yourself. Which, as I've gone through the program, I've become more and more focused and have enjoyed myself more and more each time. And like we mentioned already, our last term has absolutely been fantastic. The best experience I could possibly have wanted or wished for. More than I expected, definitely. And that's pretty much it.
Where are you guys going on your externships, and what do you hope to see yourself doing a few years down the road?
I am going to Le Pigeon, and I would like to become involved in catering relatively quickly after that. I expect that I'm going to learn unspeakable amounts of information and skill from everybody, the entire staff at Le Pigeon, and I'm really hoping to absorb everything that I can, extract everything that I can, and put that on the table with everything else that I have, and really move forward with my career choice, which is catering. And I think it's going to go well.
I'm going to Fife, which is a restaurant that focuses on serving local, sustainable foods. The head chef has relationships with farmers in the local area and gets all his stuff from within 100 miles, which is something I'm very, very interested in. Very interested in sustainable living, using local farms, creating those small, intimate relationships with different produce providers. He doesn't have a walk-in, it's just a reach-in, so whatever comes in that day, that's going on the menu. Everything's fresh, everything's local, everything's like coming right from the farm, which to me is a thrill. And that's something I'm really interested in gardening and creating your own like sustainable resources. When it comes to what I want to do in the future, in the immediate future, I just want to gain as much experience as I can with people who are doing that kind of cooking. And then maybe eventually down the road have my own restaurant as well.
Any final thoughts for your friends here, for the chef instructors? Any messages to people that may come through the program at some point? Any final things you guys want to say?
Well, it's a pretty quirky system, but I got through it.
Oh, I can't beat that.
You can't beat
I
that.
can't.
That could be for both of us.
Yeah.
That's kind of a little private joke between Chef Life and us, so he will hopefully get the week prior to that. But anyone in the future who's heading to T3, I highly recommend working with Chef Hit and Chef Life. They have been really pinnacle examples of what a chef should be, a chef instructor should be, and it has been beyond valuable to have had this experience with them, and I fully attribute my ending feelings to them and to the classmates that I had, and it's just been a fantastic experience, and they have been there every step of the way, constantly teaching you. Even when you don't realize you're learning, they're teaching you. They're really fantastic. And also, Chef Hobson, awesome. Those are my favorites. That's my gold star list right there.
Right.
So.
I would disagree that ending with Life and Hit has been the absolute most wonderful experience all around.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations on making it through.
Thank you.
And you guys will come back, right? Visit?
Oh yeah, we'll be back.
Okay.